So right now, are you reading me? Because we're on the video, so you can see my face. What does my face say?
Well, when you're looking straight at the camera, I know that, yes, you like the overview, the least amount of information, first of all. If you're interested in that, you'll ask more questions, but you can make your decision fairly quickly by getting into that information. I know that it's how things feel inside. So it's more about not so much expressing yourself outwardly. You would have practiced to do that well, but when you're stressed, you'll withdraw back into your cave. Just leave me alone, let me sort things out,
Yeah.
and I'll come and talk to you when I got it finished. But somebody who asks you what's going on, you're just going to pull away from them. And then if they're the sort of person who needs to express themselves, they're thinking something's wrong and they start to imagine issues are happening. But I know that, yes, you want the overview, but the details got to be there. You need to know the details there. If it's not there, you're going to ask some more questions at that point. But I also know that you don't like starting new projects and doing long-term ones. You like to start a new project, get into it, have the variety, get it done, and move on to the next one as quickly as possible. So if I just gave you the same task over and over and over again, you get bored with it pretty quickly.
How do you know that?
It's all in the facial features themselves.
Really?
If you think about it. If you lift weights, and there's a science behind this. If you lift weights, you're going to build your body up. If you do bicep curls, you'll build biceps.
Yeah.
Depending on whether you use a pronate or a supinate movement with your hands will depend on the actual structure, the way the lines build in the muscles. If you don't work your triceps, they're not going to build. So, but everything that we feel inside, we also express outwardly. So when you're concentrating, I do this a lot. And so I end up pulling the eyebrows together and I get these vertical lines. So at rest, you can still see the lines. So because I've used that muscle over and over again, because every time I think, I really concentrate. So putting those two things together, while I'm concentrating, I'm working the muscles, which are creating ridges and crevices on my face. That's what we call the nurture traits, our response to our environment. We also have our nature traits, which were passed down in from our parents. So with that tells me, things like confidence levels, tolerance levels, and things like that. So the facial features, the more structure of the face, the overall shapes, etc., that's more to the nature. And then those ridges and crevices, that's more to the nurture traits. So put it all together. In a newborn child, we can pick up certain traits. As they get older, we can pick up more traits. By the time they're going to school, we already know what they're going to be like when they get to school, where they're going to fit the education system. We know the hobbies and sports that will suit them. Before they pick their final subjects in high school to work out what career they want, we can give them some ideas on what careers will match their personalities. Because we know if we're doing the stuff we love to do, we're more productive, we're happier. So the face will tell us the things that they love doing, the way in which they like to process and everything else. So we can guide them to the right careers. Then when they're looking for a partner, we can work out what facial features in a partner will match what they're looking for as a partner. Once they've got the partner, they then know how to talk to the partner to keep that relationship fresh much longer. And if they're happy of got in the right career, they're happy, they go to work, they're going to be more productive there. The company's going to make more money. If they're happier in the work they're doing, they're going home, they're not going to be arguing with their spouse, they're going to be happier there. And their kids are going to be happier. So these skills fit into reading everybody from virtually from the cradle to the grave, all the way through life, and used in every application that we have in life.
And all of that by reading people's faces.
All through the reading the faces.
This is a bit scary.
I will put a disclaimer on it, though. It's not going to the dark side. We're going to the light side.
Okay.
It's done to build relationships with people. The last thing we want to do is to manipulate people. If you start manipulating people, you've forever got to manipulate them. That takes a lot of energy. But if I can read someone's personality and know how they like to be spoken to and treated, and I can change the way I like to be spoken to and treated and match the way they do, I'm going to have a better connection with them. So our relationship's going to be better. If I'm selling to them, it's going to be easier. If it's a friend, the connections are going to be stronger. They're more likely to come and talk to me when they need help and everything else. At the same time, I can have that better relationship with my spouse and my children and happier at work. So with the micro expressions and body language, yes, they do tell me whether I've read the person right. Is there something emotionally going on? And is that person telling me the truth? But I don't use that side of it as a what do you call it, a lie detector. I use it as a truth seeker.